Adam and Eve lost their light. Adam and Eve were happy in the Garden of Eden. They felt God's love every day. But someone did not like this. It was the devil. Day and night, the devil made a bad plan. How can I take away the good things God gave them? He walked around the garden every day, trying to make them unhappy. One day, he had an idea. He remembered God's command. You may eat from every tree, but do not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat it, you will surely die. The devil laughed with delight. He was sure that if they broke God's rule, God would turn away from them. I will trick Eve, he said. I will wait until she is alone. Like a lion looking for food, the devil stayed near Eve every day. At last, Eve stood alone by the special tree. The devil, looking like a snake, came near, very quietly. Eve heard a little sound and turned around. The devil was standing there, now a bright, shining angel. He looked like a very handsome man. Eve wasn't even sure it was the snake she knew. He was not a real angel. He told lies and tricked people. But Eve liked the way he looked. He asked her in a gentle voice, "Why don't you eat the fruit? Did God say you can't eat from any tree here?" Eve answered, a little upset, "No, we can eat the fruit in the garden. But God said, do not eat or even touch the fruit from this tree. If we eat it, we might die." The devil thought, "Now I've got her." He pointed at the fruit and whispered, "This is a secret. You will not die. If you eat it, you will be like God. You will know good and evil. That is why God said no." Eve looked at the fruit again. It looked so good. She wanted to be wise. She wanted to be like God. At last, she picked the fruit and held it in her hand. The snake cheered. "Now I can take everything they have." He slipped back into the woods, and Eve took a bite of the fruit. Right away, something changed. The bright light on her body was gone. God had made Adam and Eve to shine like him. But when Eve disobeyed, the light went away, and instead of water, blood began to flow in her body. And Eve was scared. She ran to Adam with the fruit. When Adam saw her, he knew she had eaten it. And he felt very, very sad. He loved Eve so much that he chose to eat the fruit too. And so Adam took a bite. Then Adam's light disappeared too. They looked at each other and knew they had no clothes. They felt embarrassed. They sewed big fig leaves to cover their bodies. Now they understood what sin was. They were afraid. We broke God's command. Then they heard God's voice. "Adam." Usually Adam smiled and answered, but not this time. He and Eve hid behind a big tree. "Adam, where are you?" God called again. Adam said with a shaky voice, "I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God asked, "Who told you that you were naked? Did you eat from the tree I told you not to eat from?" Adam was scared and tried to make an excuse. He pointed to Eve and said, "The woman you gave me. She gave me the fruit and I ate it." God asked Eve, "Why did you do this?" And Eve felt afraid and angry. She said, "The snake tricked me. I said no, but he fooled me." And God was very, very sad. He loved them so much, but they broke the one command he gave them. They should have died that day, but God showed mercy. He let a little lamb die in their place. God made clothes from the lamb's skin and covered their shame. Because of their sin, they could not live in Eden anymore. They had to leave the beautiful, peaceful garden. God gave each one a punishment. To the ground, because of Adam, it would be cursed. Thorns and weeds would grow. Adam and all people would have to work hard and sweat to get food. To Eve, she would feel great pain when she had babies. She would have to follow her husband. To the snake, it was cursed more than all other animals. The snake would crawl on its belly and eat dust for the rest of its life. Even after this, God still cared for Adam and Eve. He watched over them and cared for their children too.